And so, what a pleasant way to welcome you to another edition of the High Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. This is the official voice of Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation, folks. We're beaming live and direct from the corner of Brown Buchanan Streets, downtown Monrovia. Good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to the program this beautiful Wednesday in Monrovia. Today is April 12th. And as a matter of fact, today is a historic day in our country. The 1980 Liberian coup d'etat happened on this day, folks, 1980, when President William R. Tubber was overthrown and murdered in a violent coup. The coup was staged by an indigenous Liberian faction of the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, under the command of Master Sergeant Samuel Doe, or Samuel Kayando, if you will, the late as well. And so, what a pleasant way to welcome you to this edition of the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. My name is Theo Williams. My colleague is Anthony Jiffan. Jointly, we will serve you with all of those interesting developments between 9 to 6. And so, all you need to do is just invite a friend to come on or listen as we go about this all-important program on today. By the way, today is the birthday of my colleague, Anthony Jiffan. Jiffan celebrates his birthday on today. Let me say good afternoon to you, Anthony, and happy birthday. Good to have you on the show today.
Well, yes, it's a blessing, great day. I'm always excited on April 12th. And everyone knows why I'm always excited.
Yeah.
It's a great day, and it's good to be on the show on a very special day of mine.
Yeah, sure. So let's tell you what's trending on the show today, folks. Shortly, we'll have in studio District 16 representative aspirant, Madam Aaron Momo, will join us as we talk about her representative bid and other issues about her election. And then we'll take a break at 5:05 to resume. Following the break, we'll have a member of the Progressive, Mr. Roland Chobek, joining us as we talk about today in history. Like I told you earlier on, today is a historic day in our country. Today is April 12th. And the 1980 Liberian coup d'etat happened on this day in 1980 when President William R. Tubber was overthrown and murdered in a violent coup. The coup was staged by an indigenous Liberian faction of the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, under the command of Master Sergeant Samuel Kayando. And so, Licentiate Roland Chuba will join us as we talk about the coup exclusively. We'll talk about that day in general. You know, it's historic, and so we'll put a spotlight on that day as we move along the show this wonderful Wednesday in Monrovia. Having said that, bring down the music, the theme song, and go once again to my colleague Anthony to tell us what do we have on the plate as our wise word for today.
Well, so today on for our wise words here, this one says, I try to pick up this, but I want to skip it. Sorry, we have to. Sorry, and so just before I bring you the wise words, like Theo said. This day, April 12th, is a historic day in Liberia, and maybe it might be a historic day across the world. I don't know what you think, but it's good that some of us who are born on this day will also continue to tread the path of history, not the negative history, because historically this day negatively impacted Liberia to some extent. Resulting to the death of one of our presidents. So I don't think some of us will follow the path of those history. We'll continue to, history is something that you have to work towards. It's your work that make you to make history. So what we have today on the Wise Voice say, the mind is everything what you think you become. The mind is everything what you think you become. Another one says this one is not too, I don't know, but another one says no one sees how much you do for them. They only see what you don't do. No one sees how much you do for them. They only see what you don't do. And so we have a common saying that bad things are recognized most often than good. Many a time they say one bad apple, one rotten apple in a bag will damage the whole bag of good apples. And so I think so far.
Okay, great. Having said that, we will take a quick break as we usher in our guest.
Yeah.
Those of you out there in the lobby, you can please usher in our guest as we begin the show. This birthday song you playing now? Like birthday song.
Oh, you're looking for birthday song?
Yeah, my man. Oh, yeah, I want transition.
Oh, my man, I didn't know.
Yeah, I want transition. We're talking at DA. You play the song. Anyway, let me play the
No,
birthday song.
I mean, I'm a birthday song.
So yeah, we're going somewhere.
I mean, so you will play my birthday
But yeah,
song.
we're going somewhere on a proper birthday.
I mean, yeah.
Where are we going? Are we going to Boulevard Palace or where?
I mean, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So
Anything,
we
anything.
should be on the standby, right?
Anything can happen.
Okay,
Yeah, anything can happen.
that's great. So the birthday man say anything can happen, folks. Those of you out there, you can stay around after the news. You just be around. Congratulations once again, Anthony Jiffan. Happy birthday. Good to see you, my man. You look good on your birthday.
Yes, I have a man.
Yeah. Well,
when you are happy, you always look good.
Great.
The only time you look bad is when you are not happy.
yeah. Satya. And so, well, folks, welcome. This is the Hard Talk on ABC Radio. We have in studio our guest, Madam Aaron Momo, an aspirant.
Aaron Sickly Momo. I want to call it crew name.
Yeah. Madam Aaron Sickly Momo is an aspirant in Electoral District 16, Montserrat County. And she's here as to talk about her ambition to head that district.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough district. You have lots of people in that district.
Very tough. Yeah.
And so we'll be talking about her ambition. We talk about other things, district related as well. And so let's begin the conversation. Madam Momo, it's good to have you on ABC Radio this afternoon. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
All right. And how's the Wednesday? You look so upbeat.
Yes, sir. All is well.
And how's your engagement with your constituents going in District 16?
Well, I'm very busy, but I had to make time to come to this great radio station to be able to talk to my people.
Great.
Well, let's move strictly to District 16 politics. I'm sure we will come back around your professional area, so maybe you will make some intervention in some of the things that are happening in our country. But let's go strictly to your political ambition in District 16. What prompted this dream?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me.
Okay.
And I'm going to introduce myself, even though you didn't ask me to introduce myself.
Okay.
So, my name is Irene Sickly Momo. I'm from the borough of Nikrutan. I was born and raised in Nikrutan.
Okay.
I am a philanthropist. I am a published author. I am a nurse, I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a Liberian.
Okay.
And you asked me what prompted me.
Mhm.
Well, as a result of what I have been doing, my philanthropy work I have been doing in the district in Liberia at large, um, people started asking me to contest because we see how our country and our district, to be specific, is going spiraling downward instead of going up for better reasons for our future, for our children's future. We are going down, and we as the oldest African nation have nothing to show for it. And so we want to make sure we change things. We want to make sure that Liberia get better, our country, our district get better. So that's what prompted me.
So since your declaration, I'm sure you have publicly declared your ambition in the district. Since your declaration, um, how has it been? How is District 16 receiving you?
Well, I'll tell you my message is resonating
Okay.
with the people in the district. And so wherever I go, they uh, calling me here and there. They have already given me rescue mother name. They have already given me talk and do name. And because they know when I say something, I deliver. I don't just make blind promises, make empty promises. When I say something, and that's one reason why I do not make promises, because I don't want to make promise to people and then I don't deliver. So as I
Mhm.
say, I deliver. And so this is one of the things that they fall in love with. They have fallen in love with me for, and so we are taking this district by storm.
District 16 is a slum area. Um, that place is believed to have been a place that most of the people who are living there to some extent are poverty stricken people. How do you intend to lead that district, considering the nature of this place?
Well, I would say Liberia have become the entire city scenery have become poverty stricken. We have been reduced to beggars. So what I intend to do is to empower our people, empower our women, because when the woman say I will do something, that woman will follow through to do it. So one of the things we are running on is women empowerment.
Okay.
And so we want to teach people how to fish for themselves. There's a saying that say, teach me how to fish and I will fish for myself. And so we're going to do that. That's one of the ways that we're going to alleviate poverty in our district.
You talk about women empowerment. What specific empowerment you want to give to women in that district?
We want to teach them how to sew. We want to teach them how to bake.
All
We
right.
want to teach them how to make tie-dye, how to make soap, so that when they come out of that training, they will be empowered to do something for themselves. They will be able to make money for themselves. And at the end of the training, what we expect to do is to give them something. We call it a goodies bag. We give them something that they will hold on to and go and start.
Okay. Besides women empowerment, what are other things you have on your platform as you go about making your case across the district?
Okay, I'm going to go backward a little bit. Um, I was born and I grew up in Newtown. I went to school at Simeri School, and then I left Simeri School. I went to CWA. I graduated from CWA. And one thing I took from CWA, even though we had a grade school, the grade school work that we did, we also had elective when you start going to CWA. And this is one of the things I'm running on, that I will lobby with my co-workers who are the legislators that will be working with me. I'm going to make sure I lobby them, and we lobby the Ministry of Education, where we have elective in all the schools. When I was in CWA, we had elective. when you start going there, they ask you what you want to do. I chose home economics, as you
Okay.
can see me. Now I can cook, I can bake, I can do little things in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have elective for the students, the grade school students, so that when they are graduating, like they will have typing, they will have drafting, they will have home economics, something that they will fall back on when they graduate. And this is something that make our students to get involved in crime, because when they graduate, they think that it's all to it and they're going to look for job. But this is just the beginning after graduation. And so we want to make sure that they have something to fall back on. In the United States, I will tell you an example. In the United States, when the students are going to school, they teach them how to type. And not only teaching them how to type, home and home economics, and even CNA, what we call here nurses assistant. Well, these students, when they are graduating and when they do nursing assistant
Uh-huh.
and they are graduating, they have that certificate with them. They can graduate and go straight looking for job, and they can go work in the clinics, they can go work in the hospitals, because they are nurses assistant, they are assisting the nurses. And then when they do that, while they are working, they can be preparing to go to college. So we want to empower our students that way.
You've been across the district since you decided to run for that particular office. What have you observed in terms of your visitation across communities in District 16? And what do you think those who are currently representing did not do that you would do when elected?
Well, one of the things I will talk about, the filth in the place.
Okay.
We have right now, we have been helping the people, donating
You mean
wheelbarrows.
sanitation?
Yeah, the filth in the place.
Mm.
And we talk about the sanitation part. It bring about, if you're not living in a clean area, if you're not eating clean food,
Uh-huh.
well, you're going to get typhoid. We see people talk about typhoid every day. This
Yeah.
is treatable illness.
Mhm.
We see a preventable illness because of the filth, because of the way we live in the sanitary, insanitary areas. So what's going to happen? Our people are going to get sick.
Okay.
They're going to get sick, and we want to make sure that that is not happening. You go to the marketplace, you see how filthy the place is. People selling in filth. They are sitting right by trash that's supposed to be picked up. They're sitting by trash, and the food that they are selling, food falling down, and they are picking it up and selling it, clean it, and sell it back to people. And then and even recently, our president went into the district, and he rebuked the incumbent for not doing anything about this kind of filth.
Oh.
That's what he said. Apabunu, meaning you're dirty.
Oh.
And so we want to change that. We want to make sure our people live in good condition. Our people are living healthier, they are living better. So we want to see to it. And then on top of that, we want to make sure that our students, we see the children, they are just all over the place. Instead of studying, instead of having things to do, they are all over the place. Drugs have been at the increase.
Mhm.
And this is so sad. Why is it that our children are being drug addicts? Why? This has not been happening prior to this past 5 years.
Okay.
It had not been happening. Why? We need to change that. And so that's one of the things I'm running on, that we will make sure that whoever brings drugs into our country, when you get arrested, this will be a non-bailable offense, that you will face the full weight of the law. Whoever you are that sell drugs to our children are dying. You sell drugs to our children, well, guess what? You're going to be persecuted. And so this is sad. It's sad. And every time when I talk about it, I get emotional. When I talk about it, telling people about this drug issue. I saw one guy the other day, he was like a zombie. And I just went off looking at him. And for mothers, I'm calling all our mothers who say to themselves that they want to make money, but they're selling drugs to our children. That drug that you sell, it can be it can be your child, it can be your sister, your brother's child. And that is not right. I call that blood money. And we need to look for clean money. We need to look for good money to be able to support our home, not to sell drugs to our children.
Okay, so you talk about sanitation, ensuring that the surroundings of the people are clean. But another thing is, the major question is, how do you intend to do that?
Yeah, what mechanism?
You have a dream to clean the environment, but how do you do that?
Yeah.
Well, we see that the Monrovia City Corporation is not doing what she's supposed to do.
Okay.
So we're going to make sure we empower people. We're going to make sure that we have areas. When I was growing up in Lagoon, the Joel Howard Taylor, to be specific, school in that area,
Yes.
that place was a swamp. We can find a place where we pay people to take the trash and fill that area up, that it can be used for something better for our district. So we can do that. So that's one of the things we're going to, and that will bring about employment. Look at the other thing that is happening, the Beach and Waterway project.
Okay.
The people are working, they don't even have pay, but they're making all the sacrifices. I see people take plastic bag, they put their hand, they tie the plastic bag, their hand in the plastic bag, and they use their bare hands with the plastic bag around it to clean. That is something that we shouldn't be doing. So we're going to empower the people, those who want to work, because you see, you should be happy about whatever job that you do. In America, when somebody is sweeping the street, well, they are happy because they are earning, and we're going to make sure that they earn the money, not for them to work and don't get paid. We're going to make sure they get paid for what they do.
Okay, let's talk about your political alignment. Where are you politically as you campaign for the district seat?
Are you referring to
Political party? Which
Yes.
political party
Okay,
are you going with?
Well, political party, I'm affiliating with the ANC.
The ANC.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that you will campaign on the ticket?
Yes.
All right.
There's a possibility. Yeah.
How many ANC persons you have over there? You the only person?
I'm the
ANC?
only person as we speak.
So that makes you optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay. The place you want to go is the Capitol Building to represent the people of District 16. If you're elected as the next lawmaker of District 16, which committee specifically would you like to head?
Well, I'm into healthcare. I want to make sure our people live a healthier life.
Okay.
So that's one of the areas I will be thinking about going. We talk about infrastructure. We want to make sure our roads are better.
Okay.
Look at when you travel from the free port of Monrovia and you're going towards New Kutan, you're going towards our district. The roads are deplorable.
Yeah.
But it looked like, and that hurts me, because it's like we are not paying taxes, and we are paying taxes by virtue of us putting our cars on the road, by virtue of us registering our cars. Money is supposed to come from that for the roads, but nothing. And then when you go to Cinco, you leave from the executive mansion area, you go into a Cinco, and the roads are nice. It's like two different countries. That need to change. That need to change.
The issue of sea erosion and flooding in that district is also one of the major problems the people there are faced with. How do you intend to also address that?
Well, I would say just recently, after 5 years, I I saw people started bringing in the racks, the water break. They started bringing it in because this is quote unquote election year. So now our incumbent is focused on bringing in racks to stop the water from eroding the land. And so we're going to make sure that we get this to go across the entire waterway, the beaches and waterway, the entire area. We want to make sure that we buy the racks. We want to make sure we connect. And one of the things that I'm running on is the beach and waterway project, that it will not just be today. We see our people, they are working, they don't even have pay, but they're working, they're making a sacrifice. We want to make sure that we have a resort like area in that place where we'll be able to get people coming in, they come to enjoy themselves, and we get money from whatever is going on down there, whether it is going to a resort, going to have fun time. People will be employed.
Okay.
And that will bring about employment for our people. So we want to do that. But we're going to make sure that the racks keep coming so that we will not wait for, because this is election year, we'll not wait for election year and then we do that. We'll make sure it happens, it continue to happen so that our people livelihood, our people properties will not be destroyed by the water.
I want to ask you this question, Madam Momo, and I want you to be sincere about this, please. What is your own assessment of the current lawmaker? I'm talking about Dixon Sibu, Honorable Sibu.
Well, he has not been doing what he's supposed to do. Can you imagine? And this is something that is dear to my heart because I'm a nurse by profession. I'm a medical provider. And so this is dear to me, where he calls himself the man with the numbers, the man who know how to work the numbers. And then we see our Redemption Hospital budget had dwindled throughout the years from more than 2 million to over a little over 200,000. Why should that happen? When I was in nursing school in the United States, I started a nonprofit organization, and this nonprofit organization was able to lobby, and that's one of the things I'm going to do, to lobby for hospital beds, for medicines. I brought medicines to Liberia. I brought hospital beds to Liberia. I donated them because Redemption Hospital was dear to me. Since I grew up, I was born in Yukutown. So Redemption Hospital received those items. But then what did we do? Well, we donated the beds, and we kept bringing in medicines. We kept bringing in healthcare equipment. What did they do with the beds? They put the beds outside. That's one of the things I'm running on, that Redemption Hospital will be second to none in this country. That's one of the things.
What approach are you going to use to maybe raise redemption budget to maybe 2 million, 3 million or so?
Well, I'm going to work with my colleagues, and we're going to make sure that something else I didn't say about myself. I have a degree in accounting.
Okay.
I have a master's degree in nursing education. I'm a published author. But when I was working at Water and Sewer, before the war, I worked for Water and Sewer more than 10 years. And when I work in the accounts department, I work in the budget section. So I know a little bit about budgeting, that we can make sure that we target whatever we need that is missing. And then after, normally what they do, the institutions will do their budget, and then they will send it to the House of Representatives, so that the people will check it out and make sure that whatever you say your need is, you will get it. So we just, I don't know how our incumbent, how Dixon Wulauli Sibo will sit down there. He called himself the number man. He deal with numbers, and then he sat down there for the budget to dwindle to the extent that it's even less than or $500,000. So we're going to work with the Redemption Hospital team, the administration, to make sure that we get everything that we need that is lacking, so that we take that information to the House of Representatives and we work on the budget.
Do you see the drop of redemption budget to as low as around 200,000 or 400,000 or whatever it may be as a failure on the part of Representative Sibo in representing the people of District 16?
Yes, it's a failure. It's a failure for a man who boast, who brag about his access to numbers, or his career, or what he had done in school, his educational background. For him to sit there and the budget to dwindle to that extent, he failed.
You think you can defeat him come October?
Definitely. I'm going to win this election by landslide. I tell you that.
What can you point to that Representative Sibo has achieved over the 5 to 6 years? A little bit. Were you to be very fair about maybe his leadership?
I don't know. Look at the police depot he built. He keep going back and forth. One day is 45,000 that they use. Another day is something else. That's one of his failures. I don't know what I can point to. Maybe he will say he been giving money to students. I don't know how true is that. He been giving money for education. I don't know. I don't have the facts, and so I can't point my finger on something, or lay my hand on something to say this is something that he had done that will better the life, or has bettered the life of the district. Look. I don't know what he has done. I don't know what he has done.
Besides your personal donation to the Redemption Hospital in Nuku Town, what are other tangibles you can boast of in District 16?
Well, I'm going to go back a little bit again. So when I was in nursing school, Liberia was using books as old as 15, 20 years. And every 2 years in America, they throw the books away because they change and they said things change. So every 2 years, they change the books. And I came across about 4 or 5 big extra large boxes of books that they were going to get out. And I asked them for the books, and they gave those books to me. That was the birth of the Snotty Helping Hand Ministry Incorporated. We were able to get those books. We shipped them. In fact, one of my instructors, she said to me, Irene, what are you going to do with all these books? And I told her, my country needs them, knowing that we have been using books as old as 15, 20 years. And this is just 2 years old. Uh-huh. And so I told her, my country needs them. We need these books. And when they gave them to me, she said, but how are you going to ship the books? I said, I will use my little resources I have to ship the books. She said, Irene, you bring tears to my eyes. You are a student and you're not even working full-time, you're working part-time. And for you to decide to use your money to ship those books, because it was expensive to ship the books. She said, don't look for money. Don't use your money. I will look for money for you. And true to her words, that woman looked for money. And the first time we got $1,500. But then I had already been shipping books to Liberia. We ship books to AMWT College of Medicine, TNIMA, the University of Liberia. We ship books there. And then we have been donating books to different institutions in our district. And not only that, we donated 1,000 United States dollars to the St. Paul's Bridge Youth Association for education purpose. So we paid some students tuition that couldn't afford for them to have their education. We work with the ANC Global, and we took care of the latrine. There's a public latrine in the Trowing area.
Okay.
We work with them, and that is another project that we work on. The Beach and Waterway and people, they have been working with no pay. Every day they sing. Every Thursday they come, they pray because they are hoping that change will come, and they are praying that something will happen. And one of the songs they sing, they say, small, small, something will happen. Small, small, something will happen. And so they have been working, no pay and no logistics. And we were able to donate wheelbarrows, shovels, rakes, flashlights, gloves, you just name it, for the work that they were doing. And not only did we do that, after we did that little thing, they were so appreciated. And I, looking, running on the ANC ticket, I said, this is too much for our people to bear. And so I went to meet with Alexander B. Cummins, our standard bearer.
Yeah.
I went to meet, and I went with the cry for my people to him. I went with the cry. And by the grace of God, Mr. Cummins will be coming to the borough, to District 16, the borough, the Bishe Waterway people. He's coming to see for himself, and then he will go back and decide what he wants to do to help our people.
Okay. So we want to go to the phone lines to take some calls.
So
but before doing that,
yes,
let me ask you about security. What plans do you have for security in District 16? Mind you, District 16 is densely populated. You know, it's a high rate of criminality across that district. What plans do you have to curtail or probably minimize the increasing wave of criminality across District 16?
Like, one thing that I did not talk about, and this we also curtail that, and that is the drug addiction.
Yeah.
okay,
Once we work on the drug addiction and what we want to do, we want to make sure it's not going to be imprisonment, but we want to get them out of the streets. We want to train them. And so I was sitting at a entertainment center the other day, I think 2 weekends ago, and this guy, he started to tell us that he had been doing kush, he had been doing drugs and doing different things, and he's Zogo. So while he was telling us that, he said, but I went to jail. Something happened and he went to jail. So you know what? The reason why he got clean is because he went to jail. And because he was in jail, he didn't have access to those drugs that he was doing. So he got clean. And I told him, I said, you better thank God that you went to jail. So this is something that we're going to work on. We're going to get these people out of the street. We're going to put them in a place where they will get training. They will get clean out. When they get clean out, they get a training. Then they will have work to do. That way, the criminality in there will come out, and then because they will be earning money for themselves. And so this is what we plan to do.
Okay.
So before we go to the lines, I want you since you came to District 16, there are too many things you see missing in the leadership of Representative Sibo. Have you been able to meet with him? That's one. The next thing is, if you answer that question, can you compare the past representative who served 12 years in
Edward Ford?
Yes, Dr. Ford and Representative Sibo. Can you compare the two of them in terms of development?
Yeah, if you have to do a comparative analysis.
Okay, well, I will tell you, between Sibo and Ford, I think Ford did something better.
Okay.
Especially with the education. He did something better. But we see our incumbent. What does he do? He sat with those young people that he's supposed to set as example. He's supposed to serve as example to them. He sat with them and they're drinking. Those young people. And then when he put little money in their pocket, they want to be rude and unruly to adults. So we want to change that. They say Sibo between Dixon Sibo and Edward Ford, I think it's night and day. That's our
Night and day.
Yeah.
So Jason
Wow.
Sibo is night, Edward Ford is day.
Yeah.
Okay. I ask you whether you have met with him, you've been able to talk to
No,
him.
I have not. I have not met with him.
Why?
I have not met with him.
Why?
Well,
he's a representative. He's
You
not
don't,
he's not doing the
want
right
to talk
thing.
to him?
It's not that the condition has not come up yet for us to meet. The
Okay,
time will come
all right.
for us to meet. Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, you guys.
Do you see contender in that district for you?
I just said that I'm going to win this district by landslide, so I don't see any contender.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the lines.
0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call and be live on the Hard Talk. The very first caller is on the line. Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Person slips off.
hello. Hello. What's going on? The person is not coming on, but I don't know.
0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers, and you'll be live on the Hard Talk. Our guest is District 16 Representative Aspirant, Madam Aaron Sikle Momo.
Hello. Hello. What's your name? Where you joining us from? Go ahead. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello. What's going on here, man? This is hello. Well, the question is off the line. Hello. Hello. What's your name? From where you call?
From which community?
Kona West community.
Oh, Kona West.
In good time.
All right.
Hey. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I know your man to CDC. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's a sad one here. Hello. Hello, sir. What's your name? One minute, Prince. Go ahead. Okay. Thank you, ma. Thank you, Prince. 07771051000 05551051000 are the numbers you can call to form part of the conversation right here on the show. Our guest is an aspirant of Moswara County District 16, Madam Irene Sikle Momo. I like the way she spoke the truth. The president say, "Apamuno." So, callers, let's have the interaction here very shortly. We'll go back to her, but let's take more of your calls. Another person here is on line 2. This person, hello, what's your name? Where you call from? Why, Achi? Thank you, Achi. We'll take one or two more persons, then we'll go back to our guest, and so she can respond to all of you, and then we will close out on that. We expected to have La Sancho Roden Tobe, and we'll talk about today's in history, April 12th. 077 105 100 055 105 100 are the numbers you can call to form part of the conversation right here on the show. Well, let's go back to our guest. Why we wait? Okay, there's another person that's already here on the line. This person here. Hello. Hello. Go ahead. Oh, Mohammed Kane. I'm a long time, man.
From Balaswa,
Yeah.
Voila.
The ambassador, Balaswa. Go ahead, Chief. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mohammed. Thank you.
Thank you, Emo. Well,
She's taking notes, and I'm
yes.
sure she will respond.
Yeah, let's pick this person here. Hello, David E. Harris. Your number by email abo. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think we can leave the call lines, Anthony, and go back to our guest.
Let's pick this
squeeze in that
person. Yeah, let's squeeze in the person. Lastly, hello. Yes, hello. What's your name? You sounding low. I don't know. Hello. Yes, go ahead. Thank you, Michael. Go ahead. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. So we'll go to her. I think this call is our final call on this segment. Let's go to our guest. So, at the moment you listen to all of the calls, but I'd like you to start with the last question, your intervention into the
I think she said something about that. But
yes,
anyway,
yes,
Yeah,
but he still want to know.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks to all of you guys that call in to make comments and to ask questions. So I will start with the last one. I think I talked about it a little bit. Um, this kush problem or this drug problem is a problem. It's a problem, and when I talk about problem, it's going to, if we don't take care of it, if we don't make sure it's destroyed, it's going to destroy our Liberia, our beloved country. It's going to destroy us. And we cannot sit down. We will not sit down for that to happen. So, like I said earlier, what we're going to do, I know people will say, oh, you're taking a person against their will. But you are taking a person against their will for their betterment, for their own good. And so it's going to be like an arrest. It's going to be, I remember when I was a young girl coming up, they used to arrest people, they call it vagrancy or something like that. When you're in the street, the time that you shouldn't be in the street, you're going to be arrested.
Okay.
And so we're going to have them taken out of the street, and we're going to have a place that we will put them to clean them out. And those who, I don't understand why today, up to now, our president had not signed into law, making sure that the people that bring in the drugs will be prosecuted, and this law will be non-billable. And so we need to work on that. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring these people, get these people out of the street. We're going to clean them out. We're going to train them. And then in so doing, we're going to make them better. Because if we fail these young people, we have failed Liberia. And God be my helper. That would not happen. And the guy said he is disappointed in everyone. Well, I'm not those everyone. I'm not your typical
Politicians.
politicians
Okay.
who come and tell you what you want to hear, who come and sweet talk you. One of the things I have been telling my people everywhere I go, I educate them. Don't sell your vote. Don't sell your vote, no matter what. There's a song that was sung recently from Nigeria. Don't sell your vote. Don't sell your vote because this is your future. These people that you're selling the vote to, when they get there, they will turn their backs. So don't sell your vote. And I tell these people, and this is the example I give, even though or whoever the person is that is running is not going to give you $100, but just carry that the bar up to $100. And the person says, I'm going to give you $100, vote for me. And then you go and sell your vote. And the person is going in for 6 years. So divide $100 by 6, that's the 6 years, and divide it again by 12 months, by 12, which will be the 12 months in each year. You know how much is that? $1.38. Is that what you are worth? Our people, Is that what you are worth? $1.38 per month, U.S. cents, or $1.38. You, the woman who say, I remember a young girl came to me. I selling my voodoo. I want money. I say, how much is the money that you're going to get? So that $1.38, you as a female, you as a woman, even you as a man, you can go pick potato greens and go sell. And you selling that potato greens, you will make more than $1.38 per month. And we need to stop that, because our children, if we continue with this, our children will not be in school. Our children, why the people then that you electing? Because they gave you $1.38 per month times 12 months times 6 years. They gave that to you.
Okay.
And then when you look, your children are not going to school, but the children have graduated from school, and you now will be the same person who will be running to the children. You will be looked down on because your mother and your father sold their votes.
Okay, man.
So
It was a pleasure having you here. Before you
Yeah,
go,
she still
I still
Okay.
have some.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody talk
So-
about your involvement or your plans for the disabled in
Yes,
Yes,
yes, that's what I was going
Mohammed
to.
Khalid.
Yeah. So, we have a guy that we have been dealing with.
Okay.
His name is Mr. Thompson. Um, he has this disabled group. So we want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. And so while we are doing this education business to take care of our students, well, and you take, for example, you cannot see, you are blind, we can make sure to bring the braille in. Before the war, we had that where the blind students used to go to school, and we make sure that is happening so that our blind students will use the braille to be able to go to school. We can do that. And so we're looking forward to doing different things to help our disabled people. And so that's one of the reasons why we started connecting with this guy who I just talked about. And he brought in some disabled people, and we talked to them, and we're working with him so that we will help them.
Okay.
We will help them. And then lastly, the first question, he said, what has she done? Or what has she been doing? Okay, that's the disabled one. And then we talk about the election, the elected after you get elected.
Somebody
And
said
I tell
people
you,
will come and ask for your support when you are given the support, get elected,
yes,
you turn your back.
I will not turn my back on you. And people, you have been receiving men. You have been receiving the male candidates, and they have failed us. They have failed us. You try the women this time. Because when a woman says she's doing something, she will definitely do it. The woman is a multitasker. That woman will be washing her husband's clothes, her children's clothes. She will be cooking. She will be teaching her child how to read or doing different things. And so we will do things to better the lives of our people. You try me. I put my hand up to you. You're not seeing me. You're not seeing me. But I'm raising my head. God be my helper. God be my helper. I will make District 16 to be second to none.
The thing you just said, I'd like you to just say that thing in crew for maybe Ma Wawuri in Nukuta to understand what you just said. Go ahead.
Nanyi fwane, anyi muchance, be ana.
Anyway,
Okay.
anyway, yeah,
People understand.
but that was enough. Y'all
Yeah.
give me a
That
chance.
give me
Let me
chance.
lead.
Yeah, let me
Yes,
lead.
and so the next one is when you give me a chance, I'm gonna make the difference. Yeah, I'm sure all is gonna be well.
Yeah,
for the
thank you
people
so
of
much,
District 16.
Madam Momo. It was a pleasure having you on today on the show. Thank you ever so much for coming, and wish you well as you go about your campaign and engagements. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and happy birthday, Mr. Jiffan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, she's Madam Irene Sickly Momo, an aspirant of District 16, Montserrat County. She's been our guest on the first segment of the show. We want to take a quick musical break. Following the break, we will connect with Lassanchiet Roland Chobe, one of the progressives. Too bad he could not be here today due to some other engagements, which I would have had in studio live, but he's caught up somewhere, and so we'll do that via the telephone. So talk about April 12th, today in history.
How life goes. I built my house near a beautiful river. Thinking that I will catch catfish, I went and bought 20 baskets and set every one of them. The next day when I went, I caught nothing. Nothing were in my baskets. So my son told me, he said, look, Daddy, let's try the basket in the swamp. That portfolio and water there. Let's try our log there. I was very hesitant, but I followed the advice of my son and we set those baskets. The next day when we went, nothing but grippers we caught. So you see, the water I was depending on, no cabin was inside. That's how life goes.
They walked away your hollow. No cafe, some on the pot up, but I feel your hustle. You can catch the grip on. They walked away your hollow. No cafe, some on the pot up, but I feel your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
They wonder why your hollow. No cafe, no. They wonder why your hollow. No cafe inside. But the pot behind your house, and you can catch the grip on. The woman your heart on know, she may not be your wife, but the one you are overlooking, she will be your everlasting partner. Yeah. The man you are looking, at, he may not be your husband, but the one you are overlooking, he will support you very well. Yeah.
Yo.
Good people hard to find.
The man you all looking can support you very well.
Good people hard to find.
Yeah, this is for Evelyn Cooper and Princess Kamara. They trying to say today they were just dealing with us with the men and the women program. Yeah.
If you not take time to work on them, you will sleep and hate yourself.
Princess Kamara and Evelyn Cooper, how you guys doing this wonderful Wednesday evening? We'll be going to the lines to speak with Lassanchiet Roland Chobe very shortly. You know, once a progressive, always a progressive. So today we'll be talking the day in history. Today is April 12th. The 1980 Liberian coup d'etat happened on this day in 1980 when President William R. Tubber was overthrown and murdered in a violent coup. The coup was staged by an indigenous Liberian faction of the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, under the command of Master Sergeant Sam Kanyado. We'll take Lassanchiet Roland Chobe very shortly
behind your house,
as we go exclusive on Today in Review on History.
Something for you. We can't find out.
Zero. Professor Jones Dopo, Liberia's wisdom professor.
The water where your hand no cafe inside. The water where your hand no cafe inside. But the butter behind your house, you will catch some paper. Could be hard to find. They are precious the time. But if you get one, you better hold fast to that person here. There's a conflict between expectation and result. Conflict between appearance and reality. The water where you are, the water where you are, the water where you are, no cafe inside. you hard to find. They are pressure the time, but for help you get one, oh, you get hope fast so that person, oh. People, they plenty, like bravo on the ground. If you don't take time to work on them, oh, you will sleep and hate yourself, yeah.
They walk away your hand out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
They water where your hand on, oh. No cabin inside, oh. My brother, the water where your hand on, oh. No cabin inside. But the pot behind your house, oh, you will catch some grip on, yeah.
They walk away your hand out.
We're still trying to establish contact with
Pot up on the behind your hustle.
a member of the progressive associate, Roland Chobet. We had the telephone lines. As soon as we are done with that, we will have it live on the line. As we talk today in history, today is April 12th, 2023. Sorry. And of course, today is the birthday of Anthony Jiffan.
Thinking that I will carry catfish, I went and bought 20 baskets and set every.
Congratulations to you, my dear brother.
The next day when
I wish you all the best as you go about celebrating on today.
so my son told me, he said, look, Daddy, let's try the basket.
We'll be at Boulevard Palace this evening, 8 o'clock.
What are they? Let's try.
So says the birthday man.
I said,
I can't put he said the way again.
when nothing but grippers we caught.
And so we're doing all we can to establish contact with Roland Truben, Mr. Roland Truben.
This is how life goes.
They walk away your hand out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on. They walk away your hand out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
They wonder why your heart don't know. No caffeine, oh. They wonder why your heart don't know. No caffeine inside. But the pot behind your house. And you can catch some grip, oh. The woman your heart don't know. She may not be your wife. But the one you are overlooking, she will be your everlasting partner, yeah.
Walk away your hand out. Don't your face up.
The man you are looking, at, he may not be your husband. But the one you are overlooking, he will support you very well, yeah. Good people hard to find. Good people hard to find. Good people hard to find, oh. They are precious the time.
They walk away your hand out. Don't your face up.
When God you get one, you better hope for that person. Okay, people they plenty. They travel on the ground. Hey. If you don't take time to work on them, oh, you will sleep and hate yourself. Like ugly people, bad people.
Up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
Whatever you're home, no cabin inside, oh. But the pot behind your house, oh, you can catch the gripper. The whatever you're on, no cabin inside, oh, yeah. Pot behind your house, oh. You will get some grippers. Sometimes you depend on somebody to do something for you. When you can't find out, zero. Yeah. The water where your hand on, no caffeine inside. The water where your hand on, no caffeine inside. But the pot behind your house, oh, you will catch some paper. Could be hard to find. They are precious the time, But God help you get one, no. You better hold fast to that person, yeah. There's a conflict between expectation and result. Conflict between appearance and reality. The water where you are, the water where you are, no. The water where you are, no. No caffeine inside, yeah. Hope you are hard to find. They are pressure that time, but for help you get one, oh. You better go fast to that person, oh. Bad people, they plenty. Like bravo on the ground. If you don't take time to work on them, oh, you will sleep and hate yourself, yeah.
They walk away your heart out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
The water where you are, don't know. No cabin inside, oh. My brother, the water where you are, don't know. No cabin inside. But the pot behind your hustle, you will catch some grip on, yeah.
They walk away your heart out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on. They walk away your heart out. Don't your face up on the pot up on the behind your hustle. You can catch the grip on.
No one country chairman can tell you between he and his God that he saw the framework document and know what is in the framework document. But let me be clear with you. I'm an administrator by profession, discipline. Before you go into collaborations with a political party, you first of all need to do your timetable. You will put Liberia voice. You intend the first branch of government as a political.
Welcome back to the continuation of the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. We are the official voice of Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. We are striving for peace and harmony. Well, we have on the line Lasantia Roland Chobe, a member of the United People's Party, a one-time progressive as well. He's joining us this evening as we talk about today in history. Lasantia Chobe, it's good to have you on ABC Radio. Thanks for joining us. It's been a while. How have you been, and how are you today? I can hear you clearly. I'm saying it's been a while. I haven't seen you. How is it going? Great. Well, today is a historic day in our country. Lasantia Chobe, you and I know that. You are a member of the progressive, and it's often said, once a progressive, it's always a progressive. So let's go back a little bit in history. What do you know about this day? Just give us a brief summary, then we get into other issues surrounding the day. Mhm.
fought their agitation to the table, and then to some point it was bought by the President Talbot, and he provided then the space, but then something went wrong, and when these group of progressive after the rest riot, when they were arrested and the team, and then what happened? The military found a loophole because you see the government and everything, the security situation of the country, the way the country was being governed and everything.
Yeah.
The government thought that they had grip on everything, but not that. They were just floating out there. And a few group of enlisted military men moving one morning and then overthrew the government, and that's the dynamics of our politics in this country up to present.
Great. So let's know from you how involved was the progressives as far as that whole thing was concerned.
Well, the progressive were not part of the coup, as you know. The progressive were on the other side. They were purely involved with politics. They were involved with progressive activity, conscientizing Liberian people as to what should be done in this country, how the country should be run. And but what brought this whole agitation to where it went was that the issue of the rice, when President Talbot decided to increase the price of rice because, quote unquote, he said that those who were importing rice needed to make profit, and the Progressive Alliance, and this is the bad policy. We need to sit down and discuss it. We need to put the cards on the table and discuss it. So that was where the whole thing went astray, and then the coup came about.
Many persons believe that it is because of the approach of the Progressive Alliance at the time that gingered this entire situation in our country. Do you agree with that?
No. The Progressive Alliance was clear. They had a defined plan, and that plan was transferred to the government.
What were the plans?